Good evening. The Crown Prosecution Service has admitted there was sufficient evidence to prosecute the former Bishop of Lewes for a string of sexual offences more than 20 years ago. On Tuesday, 83-year-old Peter Ball, who is the most senior member of the Anglican Church to be convicted of sexual abuse, pleaded guilty to the abuse of two young men. Today, the CPS said the decision to just caution him at the time was wrong. Charlie Rose has the details.
Convicted last week of a string of offences against 18 teenagers and young men. But now the Crown Prosecution Service says Peter Ball should have been prosecuted when his crimes first came to light 22 years ago. There was, they say, sufficient evidence at the time to mount a prosecution.
The most upsetting thing for me in all of this is that the one person that it was admitted that there were offences against in 1993 was a man called Neil Todd. His abuse was completely minimised by making out it was a one-off incident and that he was the only victim. Now, it's clear that there were more victims. Those victims have been completely denied justice over the last 22 years by this decision.
Neil Todd complained to police in 1993, but Ball avoided prosecution. Mr. Todd took his own life in 2012. Well, Peter Ball is a former Bishop of Lewes. In a statement, the Crown Prosecution Service said its decision only to caution him in 1993 was wrong. But it said since then, its whole approach to sexual abuse has changed fundamentally, and it's confident such a decision would not be made by prosecutors today.
The Church has questions to ask itself too, because it knew about these cases, and a great number of the cases that are before the courts now, some of those cases were known about for decades.
I get up, but just after
the Church of England said it apologises unreservedly, and it always takes any allegations of abuse seriously. It wouldn't comment further until Peter Ball is sentenced on the 7th of October. Charlie Rose, BBC South East Today, Lewes.